Hi guys, I'm back again today. I'm going to show you how to do the sewing for the inner part of the ear. So let's see, this is the front part. The back part is nothing. It's just that front part that I want the inner part of the ear to be different color than the yellow part. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So this ear is for my Shiba Inu. His name is Hiro-chan. So that's what we're going to be doing. If you like this video about sewing, I can do more of them too. So please let me know. So whenever I make any new amigurumi and if they require sewing, I can do more video of that. Just please let me know. So in this video, you're going to start off with by cutting a long piece of yarn. So here I cut out a long piece of cream color yarn and I basically insert one end of the yarn into my needle that I'm going to use to sew. And with my ear, I'm going to start by going from inside to the outside. So this is going to be the spot that I want to sew. Going to pull it almost all the way through, not all the way through. We want to leave a bit of the tail so that I can make a knot once I'm done sewing. Next, what I'm going to do is insert my needle downward through one of the stitches down here. Instead of pulling it all the way through, this video I'm going to use a similar technique as the last video. Every time you sew like this, you're going to want to untwist your yarn. Okay, what does that mean? Right now you can see the texture of the yarn looks different, right? It looks like each strand is going sideways, but when you untwist it, you can see the strand is straight, is going like top down, like that would be one strand, second, and then third. Thankfully, my phone camera is able to capture those texture. So like that, I'm just gonna hold it and pull it. The reason I like to untwist is I think it makes the texture look nicer because all the strands are not on top of each other. So the result would be you would get a very flat yarn. Okay, next step, I would push my needle again from inside out. I'm going to go through the same hole that I went through before here. And then pull all the way through. And let me bring back that ear for a reference. So you can see that, okay, there's a larger width right here. So I need to push my needle down here to a different stage to make sure that the cream color part looks like a triangle. That's what I'm trying to do. Again, let's untwist the yarn. Going to hold that down so that I can pull. Okay, we got the single, I mean the second, not the single. Same thing, gonna go from inside out to that same hole there. Going to pull it all the way through is just make sure you pull it tight. You don't want this to come out loosely, but not too tight such that it like deform your original ear shape. Okay, next part, what I want to do is I want to insert it downward through the next stitch. Okay, here let's untwist. Hold it and then pull. Now we have like 3 different, I guess you could call it lines. Going to go from inside out again, do that same hole on the top. And this time I'm going to push the needle down on the other side. Untwist the yarn. When you sew, definitely take your time. There's no need to rush it. And sometimes if you try to rush it too much, it might not look good. So just be patient. Okay, it looks very nice so far, but as you can see like yellow color right here, here, and here is like peeking out or slipping through. So what I'm going to do is again inside out. Going to wrap my yarn over the part where it's showing yellow color so it hides. In this case, I might not be able to just push the needle through the hole directly, but I might need to push the needle in between such that my yarn hide that yellow part. Like this, as you will see. Okay, and untwist, pull through. Let me pull it tight. You can see now the yellow part doesn't show up. I'm going to repeat it 2 more times, just for this part and that part. So somewhere in here. Untwist. There. Okay, lastly, need to do it over there. So now you don't see any yellow part showing up anymore. It's like a perfect triangle. So this is very good. Just make sure you pull tight. So now to secure the sewing, what I'm going to do is tie the two tails together to form a knot. I'm gonna see if I can tie it tight but not too tight. I like to tie it twice. You can see the knot right there. And once you're done, just cut out both sides of the tails. Just make sure when you cut it out, leave some length, right? Because you don't want the knot to get loose later. And you can just hide the tails inside the ear itself. For Hiro the Shiba, the ear, I want it to curve a little bit, so that's why I'm just shaping the ear right now to kind of have that some curvy shape. So now we are done, and in the next video I'm going to show you the technique that I use to sew the ear to the head. So stay tuned.